Schofield. TP's into the front right now. Okay. They'll get rolled. Dead. That was an ambitious TP, we'll call it.
Alright.
I like Pepito that he's going for the Shadow Blade. I think whenever you pick DK now, you mostly just see that, but also because he has a, Mirana, he wants to be able to scale too.
Asleep. Taken off by the summons there, and with the group up as they were, Vegas Squadron, no way for Infamous to really fire into that. There's that Maelstrom.
He's threatening tier 2s as well, forcing reactions. Tomato making the right moves.
500 gold away. It's very close. Dendi, this build, what do we expect from the Dendi Quap in terms of items, do you think? What's he have to go for first? Does he have to get himself a yours? Can he go a bit more aggressive with an Orchid?
To me, that's the standard, right? The Orchid is usually what you want to do, but he's at risk of just getting killed by one stun, so...
Does he have to get an early Lincoln's Rush?
I'm trying to think. I thought he would want to tank up. I thought he'd want to go for either, like, the Veil or the Treads or something like that, so at least he can have some, like, HP or armor to protect him, but not too sure.
The juggle. Excellent.
I don't know what you build on Quap anymore, because this hero just... I've seen it time and time again just lose, and he's going for Veil. Okay. I like the one defensive kind of item, and then he's queuing up that Orchid. But he's still one stun, and he's probably going to still get brought down if the numbers are there. But at least this gives him some armor. And lets him at least get kills without maybe the Sonic Wave, because that increased magic damage for his Scream of Pain. Definitely still quite scared whenever you have a Queen of Pain and you're set behind in the early game. For Vegas Squadron. He's gonna be going for the Arcane Boots. He's got Arcane Boots, Javelin, and Bottle. He's gonna be going for the Yules. I think he might, if he has a couple like good fights, he might just save up for the Blink Dagger. I think it's very ideal, but guys, they get a wraparound here. So where's the follow-up?
It's not there. Because now the turnaround with the Fiend's Grip, the Rolling Thunder and Fish are coming into play. And maybe they could get at least moves, but they've lost already the Beastmaster. So 1-for-1, Schofield goes for the TP out. The Papa Sonic Wave, Schofield does fall. The Pango tries to come back in onto this Pepita. They're locking down the Terrorblade. They'll be able to burst him as Madra gets taken out of the fight. Dendi will be able to blink to safety. MNT tries to roll away over to Pepita. Pepita's still alive though. MNT can't quite kill off the DK. They lose 3, Vega Squadron. That was not the fight. Not the fight at all. It's Tomato. He stands strong, he stays alive. He's 305.
Yeah, Tomato just shows up to clean up. And they had to blow absolutely everything on Vega to take this out. And now there's still an Echo Slam up for Infamous.
Right, didn't even have the opportunity to choose it. He's got it saved and he's nearly got a blink. 1700 towards the 2.250.
Dendi almost just executes killed there by the Pango. That was very close too.
I like this as well from the Pango. Getting that Lincoln's online. So we can sort of get away with the Rolling Thunder without the threat of just being roared straight up.
Okay, the Lincoln's is, yeah, that's a decent solution, definitely. I love Blink Dagger for that hero.
To be fair, I would like even more than Lincoln, because I'd actually prefer him to get the Lotus this game, which he might do.
He might actually
with the Perseverance. I think the Lotus is just so appealing to just sort of just mess with the enemy.
Yeah, definitely an opportunity. I mean, the thing is that he's got an Earthshaker and he's got a DK, so they've got like lots of different ways to initiate the team fight. Yeah. So I guess he has a little bit more liberty to go for his more of a greedy build. As Schofield, he's getting very close to a blink.
He really is.
MNT, how is he doing close to a blink? Because he desperately needs one in this game. He's actually queued up Arcane Boots. I think he needs a blink if he's going to want to try to actually save people. Otherwise, I don't think he'll ever get a Blink Dagger if he goes for those Arcanes.
Oh?
Whoa.
Oh? He's fine. And now, with the jump in, and the Brain Sap, Fisher as well, Dendi's gone. Can they get anything more? Moves, he's heading over. He does have a Nightmare if he finds the target, but can't quite close the gap.
He was casting, but the cast point's too slow, as now Tomato and Pepita.
Oh, they're going to find Pexu in the trees as this game starting to look like a bit of a rough one for Vega Squadron.
Who did, oh yeah, Bulldog said Infamous, right?
Bulldog was the smart man. He went with Infamous at the start of this. As I think, as I say, I feel like the Terrorblade pick, fantastic, and then you sort of shoot yourself in the foot with the 3 picks that followed.
There's just so much burst damage, really, with their draft on the side of Infamous.
And Tomato Marana, as you said.
And Tomato Marana. He's, I mean, that's his, he needs not only just Tomato Marana, he's got a Bane, so it's like the dream
perfect team around it.
Yeah. So much lockdown, so much stun. Great itemization. Love the Maelstrom Rush. Gets make sure he can actually keep in the back lines with that dragon lance. Then he can poke at the Terror Blade at such a far distance. He can actually make sure he doesn't get in range of the Sunder. Tomato just playing this very, very nicely. 3-0 and 7. Always showing up at the right place at the right time. And Pepita, Shadow Bladed up. He's hunting. Oh, and he's cleaning up the books. Kesser's giving Tomato more money. Tomato will take both of them. Free 200 gold.
And the boar too.
And the boar. And, oh, he's so happy now.
I mean, maybe that is a component of why maybe Kezu has given up a few too many summons as well in that lane. This is a 5k lead for Infamous.
Is that casual perseverance?
I would.
I guess you can, I mean, the Lotus Orb is probably the most.
I think the Lotus Orb down the line is going to be appealing for him. And oh, look at the
control.
They kill him in turn, they can.
And they have the blink on
Oh
Schofield.
no, they're going to lock down Dendi as well.
Oh my god.
Double kill for Pepita. The lockdown and control from Infamous is just too much for Vega as Kezu will pop a roar.
But a roar to run.
I mean, it really is. As Schofield jumps in, they've got the lockdown, they surround him. And with Pepita coming in with the wraparound, they'll certainly have the damage. As they don't just get in, but again, the army of Kezu falls.
So much. It's a 9k gold lead now. It has spiraled completely out of control for Vega.
I don't know. I feel like this thing. Why not?
Sure. Okay.
I like it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like in a lot of Vegas games.
Shouldn't he have suicide to Ancients?
Yeah, but
He's dead. But in the same amount of time, he's dead. Actually.
But the BM, I love it.
I mean,
I'll just die
I'll
to the enemy's tier 4s.
BM.
That's how confident you feel.
I know.
Just go and give Kezu a little bit of gold.
That's such a Schofield thing to do.
I mean, I just for some of the, because we've seen Vega, aka Lithium, a few times. I feel like these players, they've got a lot of potential, but I feel like some of the lineups they're going into games with, they just make it very hard for themselves. Like how are you going to execute this draft? How are you going to make this draft work?
You have to have lanes go very, very well for yourself, and they don't have the greatest lane setup.
I think it's the problem of if you draft a Beastmaster having sort of a bad dual lane, a dual lane that doesn't. If we saw Kezu got nothing out of that bottom lane. It was behind. That's not why you pick a Beastmaster.
And they've got Queen of Pain too, so it's like you're really in on two of your lanes to go incredibly well, and then you've got a Queen of Pain. If your lane doesn't go well on Quap, the game is super difficult to play. And even if it does, it still can be quite difficult.
Yeah, because I mean, Dendi laned okay.
Dendi did.
Dendi laned okay.
It just there's so much stun and lockdown for him.
And once again, they go in with a Fisher. There's a roar, but there's no follow-up whatsoever other than a Sonic Wave, and that's not going to be enough at this point to kill Schofield as he still walks off with half HP. Madara, with the meta, you'll find at least a Bane, but Pepita's on top of him. Jump forward from Whisper as well with the control and the burst. As Terrorblade just turns up to the fight and quickly dies. As Whisper's not even done yet, he's chasing for more, finds the connection onto Kezu. Ara's there to follow up as well. As I mean, this game, it's looking pretty.
It's looking really
I mean, the way that we've seen the side of Vega play, I don't think they're going to be able to do anything to turn this one around. Infamous, just I love their draft. It really makes things happen.
Yeah,
these sort of stun after stun. It feels like, as you say, Tomato, we saw him sort of all smiles at the end of the draft because he sort of knew, this is such a lovely game to play as Marana in because you've got so many heroes that make sense around it, and they're just going to be able to get the job done with you.
And they asserted so much dominance on the map. The Moonlight Shadow, they find a kill here. They found so many towers they're able to invade, and there's no place for Vega to actually farm on the map now. They've got Chen, they've got Quap, they've got. And so Chen, Quap, and Tusk for me are heroes that you have to excel inside of the laning phase. If your laning phase goes to crap at all, your game is just so difficult to play.
I think this is going to be big for Infamous. We heard from Schofield before the game. He said this game he felt confident. He said there's sort of 70% chance of taking it, but he also said if they take this, they're going to feel that they'll have a pretty good outlook at the tournament as a whole. And I think if they can sort of draft as they have here, get these games where Tomato is set up for success, really sort of just build the lineup around Tomato's hero, like they did with the sort of space creating game for TB. Albeit that was a lot closer game, but this time around, just making a perfect draft for Tomato to get the magic done. They can look very good in Infamous.
Yeah, I really do love this draft. Yeah. I love the Pangolier pick versus the first two Terrorblade too. It's a very interesting kind of different style. I mean, I haven't seen people actually doing that, but it's an excellent hero. Like TB, you're very squishy. You've got a double nuke built in on your hero. You've got this incredible lockdown ulti.
On Tomato, after this rush, he's going to have a BKB. Jeez, 21 minutes in.
I mean, you said it before. From the way it's looked, it doesn't seem like there's a way back in it for Vega. As Infamous, they don't be.
And it's not often we say that because you know they have a TB.
Yes.
This is the hero notorious at turning games on his head. But I mean, Matter, he's just got to do something crazy because it feels like Matter. Some of the games recently, he's had a few too many mistakes and it sort of held the team back a bit.
He's getting hunted non-stop here too. Pepito with the Shadow Blade, always on the prowl, looking for kills.
Jump from.
Ooh. Know which one's real.
Yeah, he'll take the creeps.
Yep. Pegsu. He's playing safe, hiding. He got some deep vision down, so that's the one thing that they at least have now is some wards, so they can at least play around the Infamous movements. But thing is that Infamous, I think they still have some smokes left, and then they also, of course, have that like free smoke. They have the Moonlight Shadow time and time again to be able to look and go for those setups as immediately will be used, and they're gonna look to hunt. Keep asserting that dominance. Peter just wants to pressure lane, show someone on the map, so maybe they can try to set up. If you see nobody on the map, you're probably going to play pretty scared on Vega, so Peter now threatening that tower. Kazu has Blink in a book one, but this book we've seen doesn't really do much. It just dies. There's too much AoE for it.
What can they do?
Uh-oh, Peksu, gonna be spotted. Can wake himself up with his creeps. Auto attack down low, but bottom, Pepita.
They're throwing a lot at DK. As Pepita may die to the meta, he's running back. He will fall, but the combo and control there from the Pango was absolutely beautiful. Whisper just sort of playing around with the four of them whilst the four heroes of Vega Squadron were just focus firing onto the DK. And sure, they get Pepita, but they lose 3 heroes for it. Really nice play from the Pango.
And you said it yourself, they had to blow everything to try to kill this dragon.
And then we just all grouped up. Whisper, I think he hit like sort of 4-man rolling thunder, shield crash, Pangolier, hitting the swashbuckle. Yeah, absolutely. Look at that.
4,000 by a Pang.
Straight up.
Oh yeah, man, I love this pick.
No, I'm glad that we are seeing some teams just finding the ways to get a Pango into the job because it can absolutely still work.
Oh, they just get the Yules to dispel the send home onto Dendi, and he is dead.
Yeah. Infamous, they've turned up today to really get their heads in the game, approach with a smart and sensible draft, and you can tell that they know what they're good with, Infamous, and they're getting it in this first series again.
They're looking.
There's the control with the Fiend's grip. MNT's dead. Whisper just bouncing around, rolling about, playing around with the back lines. There'll be a jump forward. They do have the silence and the roar. So they'll get the kill, but then the slam comes in from Schofield. Matter trying to run. Do they have the damage to kill him? Oh, Matter!
He's getting sent home.
Oh, the thunder! He will survive for a little bit of time. Jumping for Dendi. He'll pop the Aegis. Maybe Infamous can throw this game.
Tomato has BKB though. Tomato is super strong here.
Does he want to just start killing people?
He does not have another leap left.
Oh.
He's got a full Mjolnir picked up on himself, so he's going to be dealing a lot of damage if they do try to commit on him. He's just going to turn and fight.
Oh.
He's turning and fighting.
Okay, he'll still die. All right, Infamous do let Vega Squadron get a team one.
And Madara gets 1,000 gold.
Okay. Couple more of those and they'll be back in the game.
Look at that. I mean, the gold change, 3,000. Look at that experience change. Boom.
It's a lot of levels.
Much needed for Vega.
It certainly gives them a chance, Vega.
Yeah, we saw the pickup by Dendi, of course, that Orchid coming into play there a few times. Infamous getting a bit over-eager to dive forward here. They did not kill the Rax. They claimed tier 3s. They're just battling. And it is going to be that Lincoln's almost finished though. On the Pangolier.
I mean, what sort of went so wrong there for Infamous, do you think?
They dove really hard.
It was just,
Schofield didn't get like the most ideal. He got the echo damage, but like the lockdown wasn't actually there to control anybody inside of it. And I don't think that they were prepared for him to go. I don't know, maybe if there was like a little bit of miscommunication there, because he just went and his team were kind of disengaging already at that point. So then they had to over commit to try to kill off this Terrorblade who gets the Sunder off and gets sent home.
Pepita.
They're still in a very comfortable spot though, as they're super farm. Even this Marana still he still has Lance, Mjolnir, BKB, so crazy amounts of damage still going to be coming out from Tomato. But Madara does get a huge surge of gold. Just had picked up the BKB, and now he has the Manta. He had the Yasha, of course, too, but with Manta now too, that's the difference now where the damage can definitely come into play. It's almost level 22. Still has to be careful though if he gets just a chain lockdown.
He'll open us straight away onto Gez. That's the Beastmaster gone. Madara gets the BKB up, but the Fiend's grip from Moose on the side. This perfect lockdown, meaning that some of the BKB time is going to be useless. Moose does protect himself with a defensive nightmare. Finally falls. A Vega Squadron, they've lost 2, and Infamous, they're still ready to go. Pepita finds the Dragon Tails done onto Terrorblade. There'll be a snowball rolling forward, but the two of them still in trouble. Madara will get the Sunder off, bringing Tomato down. Madara, he will stay alive, but Pepita, he's still fighting on. Another Dragon Tails done. Has he got the damage to burn down Madara? The silence from Dendi. Dendi trying to help out at TB, as Madara will stay alive for now. Pepita, can he chase? Oh!
They knew right afterwards.
They did. They figured it out, but a little too late.
Will be safe.
Okay, another fight that didn't go terribly for Vega.
Good snowball save by MNT, allowing that Sunder to get off. Tomato gets punched also in the mid-leap. He gets Walrus punched, so they're able to get another big kill onto the Marana. Pepita lives during all of it. Kezu did not. Kezu just got initiated on straight up. If they had a roar, if he was able to survive in that fight, that could have been a huge win for Vega, but still pretty decent. They're able to fight back. This Pango, 8-1 and 10. Whisper.
So this again, Heather.
Fiend's grip was so good in this fight. They had the full duration pretty much coming out onto the Terrorblade, but he got the BKB off. And look in the back, the Pango is just like kind of zoning everybody for the most part over here. But Madara able to get that Sunder off because of MNT.
Great. I mean, they lose the Terrorblade there, it could have been game over.
Schofield also got hit by Shadow Strike, it looks like. Look, he has Echo Slam this whole time and actually isn't able to get in a position because Dendi is just following him the entire time during that fight. That was great by Dendi to make sure that that Earthshaker isn't there for the follow-up on to kill Madara.
Back in the fight. Look at their fam. Kezu was out a little bit and on his own. They've got that Fiend's grip on the Terrorblade. Schofield drops the slam, gets Madara out of the action.
Tomato gunning Lincoln's next, just wanted to deal with that, of course. Annoying Sunder. And they're able to push out their lanes nicely. They have, like we said, so much different spell damage, so much different like double nukes. They can easily keep those waves forced in. They could look for a Roche if they want. They've got 50 seconds with no Terrorblade. But it looks like they're controlling the bottom side of the map still for now. Maybe they'll threaten high ground a little bit here. Surprised they haven't gone for a Roche though. As it does seem that Vega would have a lot of difficulty going for it. And Roche is still dead, by the way. I'm just kidding. That whole time. 1 minute till we respawn.
Oh, I see.
I thought I saw the dot in there, but it was. I think they had like a hawk in there.
They did, yeah.
Yeah. My bad. It was a wildkin. It played with my mind.
A little less scary than Roche.
Just a little bit. So controlling the map instead, because they knew that Roche was down in 15k gold lead. They're in a very comfortable position. So many extra items on them in comparison. Like MNT, what's his items looking like on the Tusk? Does he have, does not have the Blink Dagger, which he really needs in order to be in the right position to try to get those saves. He gets it up the one time, but he's got all these small items. He's got the Arcane Boots, he's got the Urn. Urn can be great versus the Earthshaker. You can keep throwing it on him so he can't blink, but definitely needs Blink on that Tusk to save his teammates. Full BKB on Dendi, they're looking for a fight.
Surrounded the Pango. Whisper. Himself out of the range. He'll be fine for now. Now with the counterplay, Peter jumps forward, but he's been roared. They get the BKB off then, Dendi, but the grip's there. They'll have the save with the snowball coming in, and that's going to mean that the Bane's dead. So 1-for-1 at the moment. Whisper still trying to play around them, and Madara focusing him with the metamorphosis, but with the Moonlight Shadow, they can get themselves out of range of Madara. Madara now without BKB, he's been disarmed as well as they surround him. He's trying to keep himself alive, can't get the Sunder off as he's chain locked down by Schofield Shaker. Yules to dodge the snowball from MNT, keeping the Pango fine as Whisper's not quite done. He wants to try and go for this tusk kill. Has the backup of Tomato to offer as well. As Vega lose 4. Infamous back to taking these team fights. Just before Roshan's ready as well, as they could look towards it. They've got good damage with